Here we are in the Greek Islands.
The Greek Islands. This is amazing. We just woke up to the Greek Islands.
We left Italy in Bari and we come down the Adriatic Sea, and behind us is Greece, the western side of Greece.
Yeah.
And you can't see it at the moment, but just over the other side we're actually seeing some snow-tipped mountains.
They're cool. Such amazing mountains. They're just so steep. The diving must be amazing here because it's so steep into the ocean. So it would be so cool.
Yeah, so I guess it's a roundup. They're coming to the end of the trip now, and it's pretty much coming to the end of as I mentioned before, the second 12 days. Well, the last 12 days. And it's funny because when we first learnt about the power of the 12, because there's we arrived in London on 12/12/12, and when we got down to Glastonbury, one of the spiritual teachers down there, she was saying the significance of the number 12 being that this is the last time you'll have 12/12/12 like that. Was the first 12 days of December was the preparation time. Second 12 days was called processing time. So our processing time was spent London, Glastonbury,
Yep.
and then into Holland, and
Where we got really sick.
we got really sick. Yeah,
Both of us got really sick.
a strange stomach bug going around that unfortunately Nat had on Christmas Day.
Christmas Day, yeah, Christmas Eve.
And then I got it on Boxing Day, and we left then because that moved into the next 12 days, which is integration time, where we hopped onto a train and did the Eurail for
We had
the last seven
days, yeah, of travelling around Europe just on the train. We've been to Germany. Well, we started in Holland and we went to Germany and Austria, Switzerland, France, Italy.
And we left Italy last night, so got on board the superfast ferries from Bari to Patras in Greece, and now coming to the end of the third 12 days, which was the integration time, as I said, we're going to see our beautiful friend Themi, who's now living in Greece, a little beach seaside town not far from Athens called Loutraki, and that's where we're heading to right now. So
Yeah, it's going to be amazing. So has
there been any key insights for you out of
thousands of insights. But I was just pondering that downstairs. We were just sitting downstairs then, and I was just thinking, what was the main thing that I got out of the trip? And it really is a feeling of being alive. It's a feeling that I've known is sitting inside me for such a long time, and it's been so frustrating to release it and to allow it to come out. But just to wake up each morning now and feel like, wow, I wonder what my day holds. I feel finally like I've let a lot of the old, sludgy stuff go, like the denseness go.
I think that's
feel a lot lighter.
I think that's what the sickness was
the
about.
sickness helped.
Yeah.
I feel a lot lighter, literally. And I haven't taken that back on, and we were talking about that last night. And I think food and health for me now has become a lot more important. So just that feeling of lightness and being alive, and I'll be interested to see what it's like when I get back to Dubai, back to something that's really familiar. It's easy, I guess, when you're travelling to feel that sense of aliveness. That's what holidays and travel bring. But so I'll be interested to see if it's a permanent change. It feels permanent. There's part of my mind still going, oh yeah, I'll go back to normal, and you'll feel sludgy in the morning and not want to get up and all that sort of stuff. Feel the weight of life itself. But so I'll be interested to see whether it's a permanent shift. But it feels permanent. I feel very different.
Well, thanks to Gaz's horoscopes, we had a little bit of a key insight prior to them coming out, because we need to actually purchase them. They should be ready now. But Nat's an Aries, and her year of vitality. Her year is vitality, and I'm a Pisces, and apparently my year is unlimited. So that sounds really exciting. So what I've I don't know, I think the key word that came up for me in asking you what was the insight was definitely acceptance. And living in Dubai, it's probably one of the most international places or cities in the world. There's just so many expats from all around the world living there, and all kinds of different cultures all in one place, and amazing shopping and amazing lifestyle. But I think coming to Europe, I've had sort of a different level of acceptance of history, of culture. I don't know, it's been funny to watch my own judgments come up around things, like particularly yesterday in Vatican City.
Yeah.
For many reasons, I have had a lot of judgment around the Catholic Church. Of all the religions, I feel that's the one I've had the most judgment on, and there's many reasons for that. But yesterday, standing in the Vatican City, feeling this heavy weight, the energy was so different. Like we went into Notre Dame Cathedral in Paris, and it was an amazing feeling of love and peace. But standing in the middle of the Vatican City area where the Pope comes out onto the balcony, it was this heavy feeling. It was like you named it as a control.
Yeah, I mean, I have a Catholic background, and of course being on the consciousness journey for the past 9 years, I've found it really difficult to let go of the whole religion thing. I felt the weight of my upbringing, Catholic school, always going to religion classes and all that sort of stuff. And the question that came up for me yesterday is, who am I without an indoctrinated religion? And it was a question that I had to ask myself yesterday. If I let that go, who am I? It's become such an identity over the years, and I could feel the control. And the other thing that I could really feel was the wealth in the place. I just felt like I was surrounded by almost egotistical hoarding, hanging on to
a real not letting it go, hoarding
type wealth. And just not long ago, I watched a documentary. It was probably around Christmas Eve or so. Watched a documentary about the life of Jesus Christ, if indeed he existed, and how he wouldn't have wanted all that. All the huge churches and the wealth and all the stuff that we tend to carry on with in religion these days. He would never have wanted that. He was just a conscious person, and conscious people don't feel to hoard wealth, and
it's definitely more about the sharing.
Make a big show of things. Yeah, it really is about being conscious and sharing the love, and I really got that. I think sort of going to Vatican yesterday was really important for me to see that, how the ego has taken over. And it's dressed up as love, and it's dressed up as consciousness and all those things, but it's
just a dress up.
It's a dress up, and I really saw that yesterday.
So it was interesting, because all of my judgments around all of what Nat's been saying has been there for a long time, and I don't have a religious or upbringing or indoctrinated upbringing by any means, but I've had a lot of judgment around it. And of all the religions in the world, I'm pretty much an accepting of all of them, because I really feel that the truth behind all religion is the same thing. It is love and it is peace.
Yeah.
But I've always had a buzz around Catholicism, and being there yesterday, I feel I was able to just accept it as is. It is what it is, and it's a part of history. And I think the biggest part about being in Europe is that acceptance of an amazing amount of history. We're only living in this short frame of time, in this life, in this body, but the cobblestones that you walk on, and the buildings that you can touch and feel have hundreds, if not thousands, of years energy in them. So it's quite humbling to have that experience. It was quite amazing.
Yeah, it's been an amazing trip of letting go and, I don't know, just moving more into consciousness, awareness. I mean, you're always more aware when you travel anyway, because things are so new.
Yeah.
But to have that experience over an extended period of time, 3 or 4 weeks, and I've not been in an area where there's been a lot of history before. Like 200 years is probably about the oldest thing I've ever seen. Coming from Australia. So even Dubai is only like 40-something years old. I mean, I'm older.
We're older than Dubai.
Than the country.
than UAE, yeah.
So to see something that's 2,000-3,000 years old is just like, you just want to touch it and just like go, wow, like this. And I just to sit there and contemplate who walked there 2,000-3,000 years ago. What were they doing? What was their life like? Who were they? I remember.
And I think even walking towards the Colosseum yesterday, where we said, wow, imagine all that time ago that people were heading to the Colosseum for entertainment. Interesting entertainment and sport that was playing.
Killing people.
But it was still sport, it was still entertainment. And I think when we come back to moments of appreciation of what life is about, life itself is about fun and enjoyment and entertainment. That's what this whole existence is really about. It's an entertaining experience to be alive. So this weight of self-inflicted sadness and depression and things are tough and things are hard can be flipped on a dime. Like, it really can. Everything about how we feel inside is reflected outside of us, and we can change that reflection by changing what's inside of us. That's the really important thing for me to have integrated through this last few days.
Yeah, I feel that's the essence of what I've got out of this whole trip too. And as I said, I do feel it's a permanent change. It's been a real consciousness shift into, it can change my state.
Somebody say hello.
So it's been amazing. So I'm really hoping that it continues.
It will.
It will be interesting.
All right. Well, looks like we've got some visitors coming to see us now, so we'll
wrap up,
sign up, and, and see you from Greece when we meet up with Femi and have a chat with her.
Alrighty. Take care.
Bye.